How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and welcome back to another episode of Stronghold HD. Today we are playing the fifth and final mission in the economic campaign, a castle in the Marsh.
Finally, we need to replenish the castle treasury. We have a contract to supply pitch to a foreign buyer. Go to the old castle in the Marsh and expand pitch production. A cruel master has ruled the people there. It is up to you whether you continue his policies or adopt a kinder approach.
Okay, so here we are at the beginning of the game. I'm going to be slowing the speed down a bit, obviously. And we have two approaches on how to deal with this. For one thing, we can be evil, and that's going to make our peasants more productive by up to 50%, is it? I can't check it right now, but it will make them more productive. They'll deliver more goods. Otherwise, we can go the route of the good lord and use the extra popularity offset to tax them more. I am personally a fan of being bad in this one, so that's what we're going to be doing. First, I need to bribe them, because as you can see, my popularity is relatively low. I only have one peasant, so it's not going to cost me a whole lot of money to bribe them this early on. And then we're going to be building woodcutters. And you might be hearing the scribe talking about not enough workers to run this building. That's not going to be a problem in the long run, but he does talk a lot. I've commented on his tendency to not shut the hell up in other episodes, and it gets on my nerves from time to time, I will admit. Now, I'm going to be deleting the entire inner castle. The outer castle is fine. In general, you don't really need the extra land that's out there, but this land up here, right on top of this bluff by the keep, is a high-value target, and I want to be able to make use of as much of it as possible. Fortunately, as the scribe mentioned, I guess he did mention something useful, the former ruler of this land was a cruel lord. So all of the bad buildings that we need are already placed, providing we don't exceed, like, what, 50 population or something. In terms of popularity, we got a lot coming in the coming months. I'm going to speed this up to 90, and we're going to start putting down some apple farms here. 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4. And we also want to start building some wheat farms. Put them as close. Put it right there, after all. Allow me some extra space for bakeries later on. Down to 35. What am I missing out on here? Do we need another hovel? I'm not sure at this point. I'm going to expand the stockpile a little bit here. Like that. I think we're going to turn rations down to normal, and then, yeah. We almost ran out of food there, I think. 12 months supply left at normal, and that's going to be costing us some popularity. -3. We are getting an additional boost from the additional food types, but yeah, it's a good thing we got these wheat farms up and going as soon as possible. Once we get our first wood in, I'm going to open up a little hole in the back of the castle here so my woodcutters can get in a little bit faster, as well as a little hole over here. Oop, that one was blocked by rocks. So now we got some more wood in. We want to build our first windmill, like that. We have enough population for that windmill, but once we start getting, enough wood to do bakeries, once we get flour in, we don't even have any wheat in yet, but once we start getting flour in, then we want to build some bakeries, and we're going to need to put down another hovel first, so I have to keep that in mind, if at all possible. With, I mentioned this before, if we look at the fear factor, we have the maximum cruelty achieved, -5, and that boosts efficiency to 150%. Okay, we got our first wheat in now, so it sounds like now would be a good time to add another hovel and start building bakeries. So I'm going to be able to fit 2 bakeries over here right next to the granary, and another 2 on the other side, just like that. And I'm going to turn up rations again to extra rations. Ooh, plague is going to suck pretty hard. Let's see if I can offset this a little bit. I mean, this is costing me a fair amount of gold. I probably need to build the market, but I just don't want to... Yeah, okay, we need to build the market. There's really no way around this. We need the gold. Sell the pitch. Sell the pitch. Double rations there. It's going to make food go relatively quickly, but I can't afford to have bad popularity. We need peasants arriving to offset the effects of plague on my castle and everything. Got some more bakeries up and going, and I think we used all of our peasants up as well. Yeah. Why? Oh, we ran out of food? No. We ran out of gold, okay. So the large bribe doesn't apply anymore. We still don't... We need one more peasant to finish off that last bakery. Okay. Well, with double rations, providing there isn't a negative debuff from things such as plague, we're going to be doing just fine. Okay, we have a lot more wood coming in here, so I'm just going to pre-build these bakeries like that. I don't like it when they do not enough workers available to run this building because it turns off how much wood you actually have in your stockpile. So that's a little bit annoying. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to need 2 hovels to deal with this. And we're almost at our cap of 5 hovels. I have never really gone above 5. I do want to build a couple more wheat farms over here if possible. Why can't I place that there? Oh, there's a tree growing there. Okay. That would explain it. We need another windmill. I'm going to put that right in front of the bakery there. And we have enough wood for one final bakery, which I'm going to put right there. So, once we get... Oh, we actually have enough popularity now. We're at 100 maxed out. Let's sell a little bit of this food, make some gold. 500 gold. When we get some more wood in, I'm going to be... Oh, we actually have enough wood. Building a pitch rig. Now, overall, like, you would think this map would be ideal for starting up a pitch empire, but it's not because the travel times to the stockpile are just not worth it. We are timed in this one, and to actually travel to the stockpile with 1 pitch is just not worth it in the long run when you can have this rather efficient economy set up here with all the bakers producing bread. The plague is going to be a bit of a nuisance, but I'm not going to be building an apothecary because usually by the time they get around to the plague, they can only get around to 1. It doesn't usually save that many people. So, you know, call me cynical or whatever, but I just don't think the investment's worth it. Yeah. Fear factor. We're still the cruelest tyrant in the kingdom, and I wanted to expand to a total of 5 hovels here. And because, I mean... we have plenty of wheat in the stockpile at the moment. Maybe I should build one more wheat farm like that. And then get a couple more bakeries going out here. We're currently at extra rations and our popularity is not doing so good. So there we go. And we're also going to bribe. We're going to bribe pretty hard. The granary is full. We don't want that. Sell, sell, sell. The price does not adjust dynamically. Every time we get plague, though, a few of our peasants will die from it. The price does not adjust dynamically depending upon which goods you buy and sell, so we're always going to get the same amount of gold for the bread that we sell, regardless of how long we've been selling it before. We're out of flour. I guess we can get rid of that bakery right there. We obviously don't have enough flour to support it. 72 popularity. We are growing. We're doing good in that area. We have 113 wood, so I'm going to delete the woodcutters all the way over here, as well as that one, because the trees are mostly gone. And this one. He was almost done, but not going to be a big loss. Another plague. We're compensating by giving them lots of bribes, but I don't really like doing that. There we go. Some pitch. Told you it's not the most efficient, but I think we've already pretty much maxed out in terms of efficiency our bread economy here. Okay, plague. We're doing pretty good now, so I'm going to turn bribes off. Still going to be taking a -2 hit, but we have all the peasants around the campfire, and popularity is pretty decent, so it's not that big of an issue at the moment. I could... How many peasants are on the campfire? I have about 4. That means I could build a couple more pitch rigs, which I think I'm going to do. There we go. So those peasants will go and become pitch workers. We still have 1 extra there. I think you'll be occupied with an apple farm. I think we have enough food now, enough bread. No, we only have 200. I was gonna say, I thought we had enough to sell big time again, but nope. We are feeding it at double rations, so it's rather understandable. That is something I'm not aware of. I mean, I can turn it to extra rations, and it will balance out, because the +1 from no tax, and then the +4 from the food equals, it cancels out the -5 we're getting from the fear factor, but I'm not sure if it's more efficient to bribe them or to feed them double rations when it comes to Plague is going to be killing a ton of our bakers. Fortunately, where they're actually depositing the food doesn't appear to be that big of a problem. It didn't kill them off at the deposit spot. If we go according to the way taxes work, and that they're more efficient and they're more plague, huh? That sucks. Just bribe them. I want to get the popularity back up because we need to replace a lot of these workers. That's it's costing us a fair bit of flour, because every time they die, they lose their flour and they have to go and pick up another bag of it. And plague is one of those things you can't change. It's randomized, so it's going to be different from game to game. There's really not a whole lot you can do about it. Sometimes you'll get luckier than other times. It's really all there is to it, which is a shame in a strategy game. Like, RNG is never fun when the game is supposedly about strategy. Am I right? Got 20 pitch, let's sell that. So I was talking a little bit earlier about whether or not it'd be more efficient to bribe or to feed double rations.
You are spoiling us, my lord.
And I really still haven't come to a conclusion on that. The plague is still hanging around, but we're at 82 now, so I'm going to turn the bribes off, and we have enough food to sell. Bring it down to 99. We're half of the way there, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, we need 10,000 gold. Half done. 50%. Got a lot of wheat in the stockpile. I really should find some place to put another one of these mills. It's going to go right there, and we're going to delete one of those pitch things, pitch rigs, and 2 woodcutters. As a matter of fact, I should just delete all the woodcutters and replace the pitch rig. That would probably be the better solution. So now we have our third... Oh, we didn't have 3 windmills. Are you kidding me? Oh, that was not intended at all.
Not enough workers available to...
How did I end up doing that? I meant to do it right from the beginning. I was supposed to have 3... wait. Yeah, I was supposed to have a total of 3 windmills right from the beginning. So... somehow I overlooked that. I put the windmill down here instead of putting one to the far side of the keep. Yeah, that sucks, but okay. It looks like we have plenty of food to sell. Let's get on it. Let's see if we can finish this before I'm defeated. Yeah, so ultimately what the bottleneck here was I didn't have enough windmills down to turn the wheat into flour, which meant our bakers were just standing around doing nothing longer than they should have been. So I would have definitely completed this earlier. Like, we would be done by now if I just had actually done that, if I had those windmills needed. Trying to compensate for it now, obviously. With the 4th windmill, we do have a surplus of, like, flour. Now we have plague plus fear effect. Okay, do we get an event from the apple orchards? The witchcraft stuff? Apparently not. Okay. There goes our wheat crop. We almost have enough. Well, not really. Got 3,000 to go yet. We have a lot of pitch. Let's sell that. How are we looking if we sell the pitch? 8,000. 2,000 to go. We're not doing so good here in terms of popularity. So, small bribes. More apple witchcraft orchard stuff. More plague. Yeah, we're getting into like a positive feedback loop here. The interesting thing about the positive feedback loop is it can be very negative. It's still called a positive feedback loop because it's the situation where bad or negative events compound on other negative events, or positive events compound on other positive events. It's like that snowball effect. Okay. Turn the bribes off. We're still doing... Oh, well, the gesture will help offset me turning off bribes. We are currently at 9,000 gold. Should I spring for it? Will we have enough? Sell all pitch, sell all wood. We got about 8,000 to go yet. Yes, we're going to do it. Victory. Don't care. We're done. So, playing level 15,000, 40 months early, 213 extra gold for a total score of 19,213. My previous best score was actually 20,000. Not a whole lot better. It was like a little bit over 1,000 points better. And as I mentioned before, that was because I actually finished it earlier due to the fact that I had actually placed the required number of windmills to grind my grain into flour. So that was bottlenecking my economy, and I paid the price for it. It's like 1,000 points deducted from my overall score. But we got it done. And this does conclude pretty much our playthrough of Stronghold HD. Like, I've completed the military campaign formally, and now I completed the economic campaign. Overall, it took me about half a year to finish it all, because I was doing one episode per week. But it was an interesting playthrough, and I'm in a way, I'm glad to have it completed. We'll be moving on to probably other Stronghold titles. There is Stronghold 2. Supposedly, the Steam remaster for it should be coming out sometime in the first quarter of 2017, so that's something that I might pick up after this game. We'll see how that goes. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope to see you next time.